Hey Gun there fitness friends, this is a quick recap video of how 2023 went for me as a athlete and also what I'm looking forward to in 2024 and some of the strategies and some of the things I'm going to be focusing on. So thanks for coming back, tuning in again or tuning in for the first time. This channel's mainly about running and just general fitness, healthy living and living an adventurous life basically, and really enjoying it and sharing the journey with like-minded people. So 2023 was a pretty decent year. I didn't get as many PBs as I would have liked, but I did have some decent attempts at it. If I'm running through my PBs for last year, I'll start off with the percentages of the workouts that I did. So 71%, according to Strava, 71% of my activities were running, which is no surprise. 14% was resistance training, 9% was cycling, and 2% kayaking, 1% swimming. 1%, that sounds about accurate for my swimming efforts last year. So yeah, I expected the running to be high. The resistance training, 14%, definitely up on last year. I did set a goal of doing 100 weight training sessions for the year, and each session was at least 6 exercises long for me to count it as a session myself. I didn't include calisthenics into that or any of the sort of supplementary running, strength training, sort of planks and stuff like that. So that was okay. I managed to get to 79 sessions. Didn't get to the 100, but 79 is definitely a lot better than the year before. So I want to work on that again, do more weight training this year. Really, I think it'll help my ITB, and I also want to just feel physically stronger, look physically stronger, be more injury resistant, prehab, as they call it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more of that. I'm going to be definitely doing more calisthenics in 2024. I have a bit of a strategy where I've got 6 exercises, and they are push-ups, pull-ups. We've got Bulgarian split squats. We've got single leg calf raises, hamstring sliders, and the last one is, what is it? Yes, the pull apart with the stretch band. So I'm covering my chest, my upper back, shoulders. I'm covering my back, my biceps with the pull-ups. I'm covering my hamstrings and my glutes with the hamstring sliders. I've got the calf raises for the calves and the Bulgarian split squats for the quads and the glutes. And I'm going to try and do basically as many of those as I can over the course of 2024, hoping to get at least 10,000 of each. And I think that'll be huge as far as building the resilience of the body goes. So that's sort of calisthenics side of the strength training, but I will be including that into my, my hours that I log for strength training on Strava. And I'm also going to be doing actual heavy strength training as well. And really trying to do at least 2 sessions a week in that, which should give me 100 sessions. So I want to improve on that and do a lot more of that calisthenics style training. That was all pretty positive for last year. The PBs, as far as running goes, that's a high priority for me. Each year I want to really get a PB in all my main distances. Didn't happen last year. If I go through them briefly here, the 1K, I have a PB of around about 3:07, which haven't broken the 3. I'd love to do that at some stage. And I didn't get that again last year. I think I ran a sort of an equal time at one point. The 1 mile I've never actually had a proper go at. My current PB is 5:24, which was at a park run when I was doing a 3K effort at the park run and then continuing on. So I've never really tried. Looking forward to seeing how low I can get, seeing how close I can get to a 5-minute 1 mile effort at some stage in 2024. The 5K PB is still 17:21. It's been that way since 2022. Didn't manage to get there this year. The 10K also 2022. It's a 35:54, which was during the GC50 12K race that I did in 2022 towards the end. Once again, didn't quite get there this year. My half marathon, I did get that one. That was a solo effort down at the beaches here, and I ran a 1:21:13, so pretty happy with that as a solo effort. Still would love a sub 120, but working on that. And then my full marathon was also 2022, 2:53:17 at Sunshine Coast Marathon. Didn't actually even run a sub 3 this year. So that's like, the camera's gone out a bit, but I think it's still okay. Yep. That's kind of disappointing. Didn't even get a sub 3. I did have a couple of races and things didn't go as planned. I've had ITB issues and yeah, I definitely want a sub 3. I'm going to do probably a couple of marathon distances in training this year. And I really want to get a sub 250, hopefully at Gold Coast. That's an awesome event. But we'll see what happens. I did 310 hours I had 310 active days last year, which is reasonable, I think. 468 hours total of training, 5,439 kilometers, of which 4,100 was my running, which is a record, just over 4,000. I've done 4,000 the last couple of years, but 4.1 was nice. And 28,992 meters of elevation gain. Didn't do a lot of hills this year, really. I do live on a hill, but I've been more focusing last year on flat training. Basically, I didn't want to add anything extra into the mix that the body had to get used to. I was really focusing on flatter races. So I think that would really help my once again, my strength, durability, injury resistance if I was to do some more hill work. So I'm expecting to see that number be higher next year. And what I will say, I think my goals next year, active days, 310, at least 300 again, maybe closer to 350 I think would be an ideal goal. 468 hours, well, let's get 500 active hours. The 5,439, I'll still try and get 4,000 running, maybe higher, but I think 4 as a minimum would be lovely. And the reason it's only 5.4 is I did like 1,400 or 1,300k of cycling, which is really not a lot. I think it's a great way to get more cardio in, build up the mitochondria zone 2 sort of workouts. So it wouldn't be hard to increase that number to maybe 7,000, I think would be a good goal. And then the elevation gain, 28,992. Let's go for 50,000 next year. So that's some aims there. And I do want PBs in all my distances again this year. Or not again, but this year I want all PBs. And I'm going to work on that as best as I can and take you all along for the journey. I'll be doing some race vlogs as I have been with the GoPro and documenting some of my training and some of my progressions and training blocks to get specific goals, and also sharing some of my nutrition and the strength training and stuff that I do, as well as maybe some adventures that I go on related to fitness. So yeah, thank you very much for watching in 2023. If you did, all my new subscribers, really want to try and reach more people if I can, so I can share this message and help support each other with our fitness, running goals and active, healthy lifestyle goals. So yeah, thank you for watching this one. Subscribe if you haven't, and you can check out my Instagram. I do a lot of stories on Instagram under Top of the Mountain Fitness as well. Pretty much just Instagram. Facebook's pretty much a copy of Instagram. So Instagram and YouTube if you do want to follow along and interact with me, ask questions. I'm not a wealth of knowledge, but I have had some experience, and I'm always learning and loving hearing other people's perspectives, tips, advice, and just sharing our journey together. All right, everyone, I'm just about to get out for a run. Yeah, I will say one thing I'm doing for January. I'm doing the 496 challenge. Sean Conway has set this challenge. It's been going for a little while. Basically, it's designed, there's a few ways you can do it. The main way is to do 1 kilometer running on the 1st of January, 2 on the 2nd, 3 on the 3rd, 4 consecutively up till 31 kilometers on the 31st of January. Now that seems to be more of a challenge to my mind for those wanting a real mental challenge, because scientifically wise, doing 185 kilometers in a week is pretty much a guarantee of an injury, especially for me anyway, and for a lot of people that haven't done a lot of running. So what I'm going to be doing, and I'm taking on this challenge for myself, is strategically picking the number that I want to run on the day relative to family life and work-life balance and stuff like that. But over the course of the month, I'm going to run every single day if I can, and I'm going to do each of the daily totals just on the days that suit me. So by the end of the month, I should have run 496 Ks and done the 31K run, the 16K, all of the different distances, on my Strava, which is Joe Tilbrook. You can follow me on Strava. There's usually a link on the bottom of my YouTube comment section down there as well for that. Get the camera back on. I'm putting a screenshot up and I'm circling the day and the relative kilometers that I've done for that day. It can be a split day and just the total needs to add up to that amount. So that'll get me nearly 500 Ks for, well, I'll probably make it 500 if I get that car. I'll do an extra 4K. I did 500 Ks in November last year, so I think I can do it again. And if I'm doing all easy Ks, which is what I'm focusing on now after a couple of weeks off at the end of 2023, which was planned. If I'm doing all easy Ks, hopefully I'll get there and I'll stay injury free, and it'll be a great base to build on for marathon blocks and other things like that moving forward after that. It's just a fun way to do it and to get involved. There's a little bit of a community there supporting each other around the 496 challenge. Yeah, okay, that's it. I'm off. I'm going to go for a run. It's a little bit rainy here. Not sure what number I'm going to do today. I've done the 1, which is the easiest, and I did the 10 yesterday. So I can't do a 10 again, if you know what I'm saying. So today it'll be something different, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to enjoy the cool weather because it's very hot on the Gold Coast here at the moment. We've had some crazy weather recently, crazy friggin' hurricanes and people's roofs getting ripped off and stuff like that, and then a bit of flooding and just a lot of heat. So going to get out there now and get it done, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.